A winter storm's bringing more snow to Colorado's mountains. Certainly no complaints there, except for anybody who might have gotten stuck in the whiteout tonight. As of now, the threat of that has passed. Glad you could join us. I'm Kyle Clark.
I'm Alexandra Lewis. This system is also bringing strong winds to the foothills. So let's start there with 9 News Chief Meteorologist Kathy Savin. Hey, Kathy.
Hi there. Yep, still dealing with wind west of town. Just wishing we could see some snow here in Denver. For the season, 13.4 inches, less than half of where we should be. And this is the lowest number we've seen since 1901. So we could use a little of this snow that's falling in the mountains right down here in Denver. And the snow will be coming in waves into the high country. Moderate to heavy snow flying right now in the Copper Mountain area. We've had gusty winds create blowing snow. Today, anywhere from 9 to 20 inches of snow, and we'll double those numbers in the next 24 hours. Lighter winds in Denver today. Temperatures have come down now into the lower 40s after topping out in the mid 50s this afternoon. Still not a calm night out there. Winds out of the west and southwest. Something we'll be dealing with tomorrow as a brand new high wind warning goes into effect for the western foothills and areas south Pueblo all the way down to Trinidad. In the mountains, that snow and wind will make for some complicated overnight driving. We'll check the radar again and have the metro snow forecast coming up in just a minute.
Police are investigating a deadly crash that happened in Brighton this morning. Investigators say a caller reported a box truck rolling over on its side, blocking the westbound lanes of I-76 near East Bromley Lane about 10:15 a.m. Officers found the driver, a 24-year-old man who had been ejected from the truck with some pretty serious injuries. He was taken to a nearby hospital where he died a short time later. The initial investigation shows he was not wearing a seatbelt. Anybody with more information is asked to call the Brighton Police Department. A fifth person has died after a crash involving 36 vehicles on I-25 south of Pueblo. One person was one of 25 that was initially taken to the hospital yesterday. This crash happened as strong winds kicked up dust and created brownout conditions. The National Weather Service says high winds and the potential for brownout conditions could last in that area even into tomorrow morning. The Trump administration is ramping up its crackdown on commercial driving schools that don't meet the mark for safety training.
Department of Transportation says nearly 450 schools failed to meet basic safety standards. 9 News reporter Shalima Maharaj is along now with the details on this. Shalima?
Well, the Department of Transportation says over the course of 5 days, over 1,400 on-site investigations around the country were carried out. It's the latest step in the agency's effort to improve safety in the trucking industry.
All right, he's on the brakes. We as a CDL school are the pre-filter. We are the ones who determine whether you're going to be a safe driver or not.
That's something Scott Maurer doesn't take lightly.
And if you're not going to do that, then it just turns into chaos for everyone involved.
Maurer owns CDL 303, a truck driving school in Colorado.
We put together a 2-hour online course that talks about nothing but trucks driving through the mountains, since it's all right here in our backyard.
He knows what it takes to navigate challenging terrain.
Because it affects you and me on the road.
On Wednesday, the federal government announced that more than 550 commercial driving schools will have to close after failing to meet basic safety standards.
We're seeing bad actors that have come into the space and that have really clogged it up and been a threat to the driving public.
Andrew Poliakoff is the executive director of the Commercial Vehicle Training Association.
All across the country for years now, we have seen organizations that claim to be able to give people truck driver training in 2 days, 3 days, really extraordinary claims that jeopardize safety.
Last fall, the feds decertified up to 7,500 schools. Many were already closed. This time around, inspectors found everything from unqualified instructors to students not being properly tested on basic requirements.
I'm fine with everything that they're doing in DOT. It shouldn't have taken this long.
Well, right now we are working on getting confirmation on exactly how many schools in Colorado are marked for closure with this latest round of investigations. We'll keep you posted. Shalima Maharaj, 9 News.
Denver's Transportation Department says it's going to run a 6-month test to address the debate over how to handle safety issues on Alameda. This fight is over a road safety project that was finalized after years of public feedback. Then it was scaled back after a member of Colorado's richest family, who lives nearby, opposed it. The city says it's going to test out the original plan, eliminating a lane on each side of Alameda between Franklin and Lincoln and adding a series of left turn pockets. The goal is to start the demonstration this summer. The city has not said how much it will cost. Some on city council think it's foolish that any money is going towards this test while other safety projects aren't finished.
But we're going to spend money on a demonstration project that is unnecessary because a plan was put together that deserved being tried. What the hell?
Yeah.
Full project would be about a mile long. Test is going to be a little more than half a mile because of the cost. The city's transportation department said it will develop metrics to determine if this test is successful, but was not ready to disclose those. City of Aurora is going to settle a lawsuit that it brought against the landlords of an infamous apartment complex closed down last year. CPZ Management, owners of the Edge at Lowry at 12th and Dallas, have agreed to pay the city $300,000. City wanted $1 million. Aurora is going to present that settlement to a judge next month. The property became a national news headline after the owners claimed that a Venezuelan gang had taken over back in 2024. President Trump, at the time a candidate, made a campaign stop in Aurora and promised to rescue the conquered city.
One person is in critical condition tonight after a fire at a home in Aurora. Officials were called out to some heavy black smoke near East 21st Avenue and North Altura Street just before about 2:30 this afternoon. Once they got there, firefighters searched inside and found an adult victim. That person was taken to a nearby hospital for treatment. Crews got the flames under control. It only took about 15 minutes. The cause remains under investigation. Now in all, 5 people are out of their homes tonight. One person has died after an apartment fire in Littleton. South Metro Fire Rescue says these flames broke out around 11:30 last night at an apartment complex off South Delaware Street. Once there, crews evacuated 5 of those 6 units. They found someone living in the apartment where the fire started, but they were unable to revive them. The person's name has not been released. Everybody else was able to return home a few hours later. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Commerce City Police say burglars have been targeting Hispanic-owned businesses across the Denver metro area.
And tonight, 2 people face charges for that. 9 News reporter Rhea Jaws along now to show us how one restaurant, at least, is ready to move forward. Rhea?
Yeah, and police confirmed with us a number of Hispanic businesses, including a laundry business, a Mexican grocery store, and even a money transfer place were targets of this. For the employees we spoke with, it's not just about the break-in that happened. It's about feeling singled out for their culture. At restaurants like this, chaos is the comfort.
It's peaceful.
For 7 years, Flora Hernandez's days have started and ended to the rhythm of Taco River.
I've been here for so long, and I know like most of the customers that come here. Out of 100 people, I know 90 of those people's names.
About a month ago, Flora walked into something very different.
I noticed the door was open, and I was like, something broken. I noticed right away.
The restaurant security footage confirmed it.
Video right here, that's when he ran to the door. When he goes to the restroom, you can see they had guns, you know? And you can see like they look through a lot of stuff. And like it's scary, like actually super scary, you know?
The owners had to pay for the damages, but thankfully the burglars couldn't find any cash.
When I called the cops, they were like, oh yeah, this happened all night. And I was like, oh.
Commerce City Police say Taco River was one of 3 dozen break-ins across the Denver metro area since November by these same guys. Detectives say they made off with hundreds of thousands of dollars, primarily targeting Hispanic-owned businesses.
It's just scary that they're just going to Hispanic people because, like I said, there's a lot of hate going on right now. We're here to work. We're not here to like bother nobody or take anybody's job.
2 suspects were arrested. Police say more charges and more arrests are coming. Flora says it's changed the way she walks in here.
They do like impact us as employees, coming here and feeling unsafe.
But she's here to work, and she says she won't let anyone take that away from her.
I think we would be the hardest part for me to leave and like leave my customers here because they come looking for me all the time.
Detectives made arrests on Friday, recovering guns, stolen vehicles, and hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash. And a lot of that surveillance footage you just saw showed more than 1 or 2 people involved. Police say there are more arrests to come. Rhea Jaw, 9 News.